All right, there's been a Punjab grenade attack and there has been a grenade attack which we are getting you the complete story of. The blast was at the intelligence office in Mohali. Let's get you the complete details of that grenade attack. Where Punjab is on high alert after rocket-propelled grenade hit police intelligence wing headquarters in Mohali last evening. NIA team visited the attack site and all set to send another team today. Punjab police is not ruling out the terror angle and saying that the investigation is on to see if it was a terror attack or not. The police has said that there was no major damage and the area has been cordoned off. The explosion was heard at 7:45 p.m. yesterday. There was no casualty reported. Punjab Chief Minister says that action will be taken at the earliest and culprits will not be spared. Punjab political leaders have condemned the attack and have sought strict action on this matter. Meanwhile, in another crackdown in Karyana's Karnal on Thursday, 4 terrorists were arrested with explosives and arms. They were active since October last year, delivered consignments of explosives, arms and ammunition at the behest of Pakistani-based Khalistani terrorist Harvinder Singh Rinda. Former Punjab Congress chief met with Punjab Chief Minister Navjot Singh Sidhu, heaping praises for Maan. Sidhu said that he was a down-to-earth man and receptive leader. Let's also get you that particular report.
एक यार माइनर ब्लास्ट है और नुकसान अभी कोई नहीं हुआ, वो धमाका था माइनर सा।
ब्लास्ट बाहर से था, ब्लास्ट बाहर से
नहीं तो क्या आरपीजी की तरफ
गन टाइप से फायर किया गया और
किसने फायर किया?
वो सारी तफ्तीश चल रही है, इससे
नहीं किसने फायर किया?
इग्नोर नहीं किया जा सकता है।
On my left side is the white structure. This is the headquarters of the Punjab Intelligence Bureau, and if we move the camera towards a bus which can be seen parked in front of this building, and the extreme left is the place from where the rocket-propelled grenade RPG was fired. The distance is nearly 100 meters from this building. So the Punjab's highly sensitive and highly protected building is also on the target of the anti-social elements, though they have yet to be identified. Police has registered FIR against unidentified persons who are involved in this incident. But this has left the police authorities in the dark, as police was not able to protect themselves as well. Though the police officials say the blast was a small blast, it did not hit the target, it failed to cause a blast, but it fell on a table and smashed the window panes. Nobody was hurt in this incident, but the police officials are on the toes after this incident, which happened a fortnight after a powerful IED was recovered from the boundary wall of Chandigarh's Budel jail. Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann during the day had called an emergent meeting of the police officials, the STF officials in particular, and had asked them not to work under any pressure. Though the government is working, government is trying to find out, and the police is trying to scour the evidences, but the officers are still clueless who is behind this incident. What is their motive? How they managed to bring RPG and a launcher too close to the building of the Punjab police. The investigations are currently on. The investigations will reveal the faces behind this incident and the motive. Whether the Khalistani outfits are behind this incident or it has been caused by the gangsters and other anti-social elements. What is the motive? It will be clear after the investigations are over. With camera person Aman Gupta, this is Manjeet Sehgal in Mohali for India Today.
A big political story that is coming in from Punjab is Navjot Singh Sidhu's meeting with Bhagwant Mann on Monday evening. And after meeting Bhagwant Mann, Sidhu heaped praises for Mann as well. Take a look at this report.
Poles apart in politics.
भाजपा की रंधावा से नहीं बनती, रंधावा की बिट्टू से नहीं बनती, बिट्टू की सिद्धू से नहीं बनती, सिद्धू की किसी से भी नहीं बनती।
डिफैक्टो मुख्यमंत्री है वो, ਇਹਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਰੱਖਤਾ ਐਲਾਨਵੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ।
Won't really see eye to eye with each other. But when an embattled Navjot Singh Sidhu met Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann, his praise of a political opponent raised eyebrows.
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਫ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ। ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਹਉਮਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੋਈ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ। ਜਿਵੇਂ 10-15 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੀ, ਜਿਵੇਂ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸੀ, ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਉਵੇਂ ਹੀ। ਕਰ ਭਾਈ ਪੀਪੀਏ ਰੱਦ। ਕਿਵੇਂ ਰੱਦ ਹੋਣਗੇ? ਸਮਾਰਟ ਪੀਪੀਏ ਸਾਈਨ ਕਰੋ, ਟੈਰਿਫ ਆਰਡਰ ਕਰੋ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਔਰ ਕਹੋ ਕਿ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਿਜਲੀ 2 ਰੁਪਏ ਦੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 17 ਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਮਿਲੇ? ਦਿਓ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਿਵ, ਠੋਕ ਕੇ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਿਵ ਦਿਓ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੋਰਡ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਂਡੇਟਰੀ ਹੈ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਛੜਾਓ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਲਓ ਨਾਮ, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕੋਈ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਹੋਵੇ ਤੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਦਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਠੋਕੋ ਅੰਦਰ। ਨਾਲੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀਆਂ ਸੀਜ਼ ਕਰੋ। ਹਿੰਮਤ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋਈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਦੱਬਣ ਦੀ? ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਛੜਾਈਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਰੀਫ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਡਟ ਕੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਨਵੀਂ ਸੋਚ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ, ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਮੈਂਡੇਟ, ਉਹਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਕਰਦਾ।
The Congress leader insisted his meeting with the Chief Minister centered around reviving Punjab's economy and tackling business mafias. But the timing was curious.
Navjot Sidhu's endless attacks on the Congress government before the elections and his cold shouldering of his successor in Punjab, Congress has left him alienated within the party. The Congress High Command is likely to take action against the former PCC chief, now widely blamed for party's shameful defeat in 2022 assembly elections.
The ruling Aam Aadmi Party was, however, blunt in its reception. The state's transport minister called Sidhu a defeated and rejected person who the chief minister obliged with a meeting.
सिद्धू ना ते मंत्री ने, ना MLA ते ना कोई वो सांसद ने। एक आम इंसान ने, हारे हुए लोगों के नकारे हुए एक आम बंदे ने। ते किड्डा वधिया सिस्टम चल रहा। वाकई लोगों को माण है कि आम आदमी पार्टी आम लोगों की पार्टी आ। एक हारे हुए नकारे हुए एक आम बंदे नूं साडे मानयोग मुख्यमंत्री सरदार भगवंत सिंह मान जी ने टाइम दिता।
On its part, the Congress leadership is fully seized of the frustration within over Sidhu. A complaint against him was shot off formally late last month to Congress chief Sonia Gandhi. Sidhu's meeting with the chief minister at a time when the opposition is cornering the Aam Aadmi Party over a range of issues has annoyed the Congress further.
If we still keep on running in different directions, if we still start pursuing our own individual agendas, somehow the party starts suffering. Even if he wants to meet the CM, no issue about it. But he must take the CLP and the PCC president into confidence. And the agenda cannot be his own. It has to be the party's agenda.
His posturing notwithstanding, Sidhu's trademark tantrums appear to be catching up with him, at least for now. With Manjeet Sehgal, Bureau Report, India Today.
Update for Delhi as bulldozers are going to come rolling into New Friends Colony area in Delhi after Shaheen Bagh yesterday, and also Meherchand Market and Lodhi is what we are picking up in the days to come. The high voltage drama that took place in Shaheen Bagh. Bulldozers once again will be rolling in the national capital. SDMC team will reach Delhi's New Friends Colony by 11 a.m. for demolition today. That's what we are picking up. Meanwhile, CPIM is likely to go knock on Delhi High Court doors today after the Supreme Court refused to entertain their plea against the demolition of buildings in South Delhi. Remember, the demolition drive in Shaheen Bagh began early on Monday. Locals hit the streets in anger, raising slogans against BJP-ruled SDMC, while others climbed on the bulldozers. And amidst the showdown, a major political face-off between AAP and BJP is also in full swing. After New Friends Colony, the next location is likely to be Meherchand Market, Lodhi Colony, and areas near JLN Metro Station.
तो आज इस अतिक्रमण के खिलाफ कार्रवाई जो बांग्लादेशी रोहिंग्या और गैर कानूनी रूप से इस दिल्ली के अंदर आतंक फैलाने का काम करने वाले अगर उनके ऊपर एक कार्रवाई चली है और उसके सामने जो लोग बुलडोजर के आगे लेटे हैं उनको जनता लेटाने वाली है।
जिस तरह से सद्भाव को बिगाड़ने की कोशिश की जा रही है, नफरत की राजनीति पैदा करने की कोशिश की जा रही है, ये बुलडोजर एमसीडी का बुलडोजर नहीं था, ये बुलडोजर था आदेश गुप्ता का बुलडोजर, भाजपा का बुलडोजर, और उसका विरोध करने आए।
So at about 11 a.m. today, as we already told you, there will be bulldozers rolling in New Friends Colony area. Yesterday, in fact, there was a huge ruckus in the Shaheen Bagh area as well. What really happened, how it happened, what were the reactions? We're getting you an hour-by-hour update on what transpired in Shaheen Bagh yesterday. Here's a look at the report.
The demolition drive in Shaheen Bagh began early on Monday. At 10 a.m., additional police and CRPF were deployed to keep troublemongers at bay. At 11 a.m., bulldozers started rolling in with the first escalation.
शाहीन बाग में आम लोग सड़कों पर निकले हैं, दुकानों में जहां पर जो मौजूद है हर कोई विरोध में आकर खड़ा हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है, लेकिन इन सब के बीच एमसीडी का ये बुलडोजर आगे बढ़ता हुआ आप देख रहे हैं। इस वक्त विरोध जबरदस्त है और उसकी कहानी आपने देखी कि कैसे बुलडोजर के भी सामने इस तरह से लोगों का गुस्सा दिख रहा था। अब आपको जल्दी से दिखा देते हैं, ये जो महिलाएं थी जिन्होंने अपोज किया था, जो इसके विरोध में थी, उन्हें लेकर दिल्ली पुलिस गाड़ी में जा रही है।
At 11:30 a.m., the drive started amid opposition by locals. Many staged sit-down protests, while others climbed onto the bulldozers.
आप बताइए क्या बोलिएगा, यहाँ बुलडोजर
कि हिंदुस्तान में मुस्लिम वर्ग जो है वो सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट पॉपुलेशन है, हम किसी भी तरीके से डरेंगे नहीं।
The drive was stalled till noon when AAP MLA Amanatullah Khan arrived and met locals. At 12:10, amid sloganeering, the MCD officials noted illegal construction and resumed the demolition drive.
Take a look at that. Ashok, show to our viewers of how finally the bulldozer is starting to demolish the first structure. This is under, of course, the orders and the plan of the MCD. Now, according to the MCD, this had been in the plan. It is not immediate. It is not a coincidence. The anti-encroachment drive was being planned for the past few days. But because of looking at law and order situation and whether they had enough deployment as well, they were not yet sure. But right now, they have decided to go ahead with it.
At 1:30 p.m., the MCD bulldozer moved on to other areas without demolishing any big buildings. By 2:30, in a major blow to Netas opposing demolition drive, the Supreme Court refused to interfere with the Shaheen Bagh drive.
Now claiming that they won.
With AAP and BJP ensued in a massive face-off over demolition drives in Delhi, this doesn't seem like an end to the whole episode. With Pooja Shali in Shaheen Bagh, Bureau Report, India Today.
And hours before the Supreme Court considers the constitutional validity of the sedition laws in this country in India, the centre is now saying that they will be re-examining the sedition law and the provisions of the law under Section 124A. They will re-examine and reconsider. Take a look.
A big U-turn by Modi government. After firmly defending the country's colonial sedition law in the Supreme Court, On Monday, the central government filed a 3-page affidavit in court and said it has decided to re-examine and reconsider the sedition law. The decision came from the top. Affidavit asserted that Prime Minister Modi was cognizant of various views on sedition and in favor of defending civil liberties. The affidavit stated that Prime Minister was keen on shedding colonial baggage and the centre has scrubbed over 1,500 outdated laws since 2014. The government urged the top court to wait for the review by a competent forum and asked to not consider the petitions challenging the sedition law.
Sovereignty, integrity of India is absolutely important for the government and for everyone. So while revisiting reconsideration of the sedition law, it will be ensured that all these provisions are taken well care of.
The opposition seems divided over the issue.
ये एक अच्छी बात है, प्रोग्रेसिव है और सारे देश को इसका समर्थन करना चाहिए. मैं इसका समर्थन करता हूं.
Modi government used the sedition law only to suppress fundamental rights of expression of opinion, curbing dissent against the BJP, suppressing voices against the RSS, subjugating opinion against the Modi government.
Concerned by the widespread misuse of the sedition law, the Supreme Court in July last year had asked the central government if sedition law is still required, which was used by the Britishers to silence Mahatma Gandhi. People booked under sedition law can be arrested without a warrant, and it's a non-bailable offence, punishable with imprisonment from 3 years up to life along with a fine. Lately, the Rana couple and a Gujarat MLA were slapped with the sedition law. Is it time to scrap the British-era draconian sedition law? Bureau Report, India Today.
The showdown over the survey of Kashi's Gyanvapi Mosque is far from over. The showdown does continue, and you've seen what has happened over the past couple of days as well. After the survey was blocked by the protesters for 2 days, the court will now hear the matter, decide on the next survey date. Asaduddin Owaisi has condemned Varanasi court's order on surveying the Gyanvapi Shringar Gauri complex, alleged that the court was opening way for anti-Muslim violence. The issue is over the mosque adjacent to Kashi Vishwanath temple. Hindu side has claimed that the mosque was built by Mughal Aurangzeb after destroying a temple. Petitioner sought the restoration of the temple at the mosque side. The court has ordered an ASI survey for fact-finding into this matter. And let's bring you all the updates coming in from badminton. The Indian team through the knockout round. As far as Thomas Cup is concerned, all the details we're bringing to you. The men's team notched up second successive victory, thrashing Canada 5-0 in the second group tie. India has already defeated Germany 5-0, and a win against Canada has ensured them of a top 2 finish in Group C. They will now play Chinese Taipei in their final group match on Wednesday. The men's team is looking for their maiden medal at the tournament. Last year, India bowed out at the quarterfinal stage. Meanwhile, Indian women's team also began the Uber Cup campaign with a 4-1 victory against Canada. The women shuttlers will now face the United States of America on Tuesday. Well, with that, it's a wrap from me, Chaiti Narula, on this bulletin. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for tuning in. And for further news and updates, don't forget to log on to our website, www.indiatoday.in, or go ahead and download our app.